In the days when the Cherokee were a God-loving people living in peace among themselves, they lived as one people, dwelling in half-moon-shaped council houses. They had gone from living in caves to living in log cabins. They still kept the sacred records of metal, some of which had come across the ocean waters with them, and others which they had continued keeping and making, scribing upon them as had been done before by the leaders of the people. They, too, had possession of the Ark of the Covenant, which they also had brought with them from their place of origin, existing across the eastern waters. After many years of praying for deliverance from their enemies, the Iroquois were delivered by a Nanu god. They escaped one night by getting into canoes and headed into what is now known as the Oswego River, which empties into Lake Ontario. As they were making their escape, some were seen by the Bark Eaters, so that they were pursued and overrun at the river. A battle followed, wherein the Iroquois were the victors. The Iroquois thanked the Nanu for their deliverance, and they became a righteous and strong people once again. Once again, they were a blessed people because of their strong belief in an Nanu. Because the Bark Eaters had become such a great threat to the Iroquois nation, it was decided that they should battle the Bark Eaters while their strength was great. Therefore, they knocked heads once again with the Bark Eaters, beating them drastically, so that the Bark Eaters had been reduced to a small number, although the art of creating metal weapons had been forgotten and lost. Nevertheless, it is remembered that victory of this great battle was due much in part to the use of metal weapons against the Bark Eaters. Once again, peace dominated the land for many years. These were years of much progress among all the people. The years passed, so that the Bark Eaters became strong in number, again becoming an internal threat to the Iroquois nation. The two congregated again for another battle. There was division among the people, as well as dissension. The battle proved to be victorious for the Bark Eaters. Quickly the Iroquois was put into bondage. They had almost been annihilated, so that it is recognized that their numbers and strength had been diminished almost immediately. As a result, many of the captives migrated southward. From this point spring forth the Cherokees. The Cherokee say that the reason why the Bark Eaters became so much more victorious over the Iroquois is due to the eventual corrupt declination of the Iroquois people. They had actually become worse than the Bark Eaters. The Iroquois began to not only kill and sacrifice the Bark Eaters, but also began to eat them. They had become sacrilegious people, full of all manner of wickedness. They began fighting amongst themselves. This continued so that there was no peace in the land, and the Bark Eaters became reviling against their captors. Stay tuned.